Good evening, everybody, and how are you all out there in YouTube land? Quick weather report. It's wild, wet, and windy here at the moment. It started raining yesterday. It hasn't stopped yet, and it's not due to stop until about 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. So I think I'm sitting about 2 mile away. We are on a yellow warning. I think I'm sitting about 2 mile away from the amber warning. So I think it's going to be a late night watching the water rise tonight. But by the by, I will just bring the guys in. And tonight, for your delectation, we've got Jake Thompson from over there in Texas. We've got Evil Dale at Maple Tree Towers. And we've got Scott, the Blue Light Tumbler. Okay,
I'm firmly
the
on the stool
link,
tonight, Wayne.
the link at the top of the chat is to my Teespring page, where you can buy various bits of merch. Down in the description, there's a link to my Buy Me a Coffee. There is also a link to Jake's Patreon page, and he does a Patreon live the first Saturday of every month. What time's that, Jake? Can't hear you.
If you're going to be, go crank your ear out, mate.
Here we go. Here we go. We ready?
There we go.
1 o'clock Central Time, first Saturday every month.
Right,
Thanks,
that's going to
Wayne.
be that's going to be 7 UK time. Not too sure what that is over in Australia. And also there, Jamie is set up with Patreon as well, so there's a link to his as well. I'm not sure when Jamie's going to be doing stuff because he's only just set it up. So that's where we are with that. So I'll change camera. And tonight on the lathe, we have got a piece of Padouk, or Padouk, depends on how you want to pronounce it. This is another piece that was donated by Dale. Thank you very much, Dale, for doing that.
No problem, sir.
And we're just going to turn a fairly simple bowl, but I probably will use some Hampshire Sheen embellishing wax on this. And I think I'm probably going to use the gold one on this just to see how we go. So I'll turn the lid on, crank the speed up, see what sort of speed we can get to.
Shall I read out the various loonies who have joined you in this wet?
You can do, Dale. Thank you very much.
Andy H's for turnings in. Andy Llewellyn. Barry Chetty. Brian at Harwood Turning. Connie. Hi, Connie. Dave. Viv Oatley. Dory Sexty. Gerard the French Turner. Some chap called Jake Thompson. Don't know who he is. New face in the audience. James Crawford. Jen Smith. Jennifer's Craft and Creations. John Scarborough. Karen Dolman. Keith Jarvis, Katie Shed, Malcolm Douglas, Mark the Gentleman Wood Turner, Neil M, Paul Houghton, Pete from Twisted Trees, Robert Dolman, Steve Ellis, Steve Hale, Terry Bartlett, the Blue Light Tumbler himself, and Terry from CJ Tumbler. And a few other folk may have stuck in at the end.
And it looks like we've got some of Jake's ladies in tonight.
Oh, Jake's girls in the house. They travel.
Identify as a Jake girl.
Hey. We could do worse, Dale.
I'm only a Jake's girl on a Friday night.
Got a couple days
to prepare. Blue Light Tumbler's drag race. You be careful of those high heels, Scott. You know, you've got previous in tumbles, you know what I mean?
I tried stilettos, mate, didn't work, so I got for platforms now.
I used to drag race, but not that kind.
God, this stuff's bloody awful.
Don't like it.
Looks beautiful.
Not a massive fan. Looks pretty, but I'm not a fan.
Yeah, it looks pretty.
It really does look pretty. I think it's extremely dusty.
Extremely.
Is that what you don't like about it? Is there anything else? I've never messed with any of that before.
Dust as well, it turns everything orange, doesn't it?
It's like a spray booth in Essex of the wood turning world. Turns everyone
Keith's in.
orange. Hello, Keith.
Grand.
Did we say Copperell?
Oh, hi, Rob. Keith. And everyone else.
Does it splinter or does it turn well? It just makes a mess? Or
It turns well. It's not that hard. It's fairly soft. It's just that it's really, really dusty. Takes a finish well. It should take the gold embellishing wax quite well as well.
So William Brown's just joined. That's a new name. And Michael Howe. And Andy
No,
H is saying,
William's been in a few times, I'm sure.
it's the first time I've seen it. Andy H is saying Paducah makes nice noses, nice carrots for snowman noses. And Malcolm Douglas is asking, what size is the blank, please?
No, he
It's
doesn't.
about
Yeah, no. Scott's read it out wrong. Malcolm's asking, what size is it, please, Wayne?
Wide open question right there.
Hey.
Gotta get it right. I mean, come on, Malcolm. I mean, that's a bit personal, isn't it?
Yeah.
Either way, it's 8.5 inches.
Well, hey!
My golly.
Is that with or without the blue
Hey,
pill?
keep it down.
8.5 inches by 3, even.
Don't listen, Jake's girls.
You're just bragging.
Don't listen. We're going to change it to Wayne's girls.
Malcolm Douglas was who you kidding, Wayne?
He does. Malcolm has an air of disbelief.
Hardly surprising, really.
Peter the Park Woodturn has joined. And John from New Jersey.
Good evening or good afternoon.
So far, we have 64 wonderful people watching, but only 12
Excellent.
like what we're
Cheers,
doing.
guys.
Don't forget to smash that thumbs up, guys. Share it out there. Show Wayne the love.
Got it.
Let's just raise that up a bit. Right, let's see if I can get one decent final
Ruby
cut.
Claire's joined. Evening, Ruby.
Hiya, Ruby.
Hello, Ruby.
Peter Corcoran has joined.
Corcoran.
Corcoran. Pete, sorry I missed your message earlier on. I was at home, but I was in the land of Nod. Bob Lapsley.
There we go.
Had me in a trance.
Now, I think I'll stick a bit of decoration on the bottom of that, just with my texturing tool.
So have you boys got a question for the chatters?
No, we have no. It's usually
got one.
Jamie that does that.
I'll do that. I'll pretend to be the King of Kent. You got to be careful how you say that, right? What is your least favorite material to work with from a making point of view?
Corian.
Is it?
Mm,
I didn't think Corian was that bad.
no. Every time I try turning it, it chips out, and it's
Darren is saying flesh.
It's a bit on the soft side, certainly.
Yeah.
John Scarborough has a view that wool is his least favourite.
I don't mind working with wool especially if I'm doing a string pull or something like that.
I just got to pop indoors for 2 minutes, Ryan. I'll be back.
Yeah, no
Robert
bother.
Lapsley is asking a question. Beautiful wood. What is it?
It's Padauk, P-A-D-A-U-K, from Africa. I'm not very sure which country or region. Helps if you turn the extractor on.
Brian was going to say damn. He was going to say a really bad script. Benjamin says he absolutely hates working with Weetabix. Never holds its form, and you just can't get a decent shine on it.
I think mine's probably bloodwood. Splinters, splinters, splinters. Everywhere.
Is that extractor too noisy?
It's fine, mate. I think mine is the really old, jaggy insulation you get in houses. You know the fiberglass stuff?
Yeah.
Shuggy's in the chat. Hello, Shug.
Huey.
Hey, Shug.
Huey. I didn't like Purple Heart much either.
A bit like, probably from the same genus as Padauk. Very dusty. Very purpley too. Anyway.
What's that?
Imagine that.
Purple hat.
No, it's not. It's not. I don't think it's from the same family.
No?
No, I don't think so. The Purple Heart it comes from South America. Purple Heart, I believe, and I think it's in the. I'm probably going to be totally wrong here, but I'm pretty certain it's in the Rosewood family.
Interesting.
I guess when I first started woodworking, I bought some off of eBay, and I was going to make a cutting board out of it. I went to joint one of the sides. I thought it was going to break my joiner. It was so hard, so I took
Quite
it
tough.
threw it to the side and used some.
Did you do it the same way Wayne did?
No, not that cool. That was the most awesome thing. Mine was more just like, get it out of here. I didn't make a frisbee out of it.
Ms. Josie Newson?
Hey,
Hello?
Joe. Right, what I'm doing here, I'm just opening the grain up a little bit. not a lot. If I was going to do it a lot, I'd put a wire brush on my drill and do it that way. Well, this is just to open it up, just so to see if it'll take the embellishing wax once I get to that stage.
Good doggo.
Where's Brushy? Oh, there it is.
Steve Ellis is in. I'm not sure I said Steve
Hey,
earlier
Steve.
on.
Hey, Steve.
Right, put some sand and sealer on this now. This will darken it up a little bit, but it should still look okay.
Sorry about that, Wayne.
You're fine. And I'm just using acrylic sand and sealer tonight. And the only reason I'm using acrylic sand and sealer is because it was the first one that came to hand.
Was that a big jobby, Scott?
No, so I put in my application for my paramedic course today.
Oh.
I've spent all day writing my personal statement, as in to why I'm trying to big myself up, and I'm no good with that. And as Wayne will attest, my spelling is awful.
Uh-oh.
Oh, yes.
So having two student teachers in the house, guess what they're doing at the moment?
They're rewriting the whole statement.
Well, they're going through
Spell
trying to
checking.
get 1,500 words down to 1,200 words and
Yeah,
spell
one
checking it. And
One person says spell check and one says rewrite.
D
Now we're
minus.
going on to use some Yorkshire grit.
I like rear models, don't I, Wayne?
Yeah, rear models. That was funny. Okay, turn that on. Turn the speed down to around about 250.
Mike Hughes just come in.
Hey, Mike. And get
Yeah.
this rubbed in.
82 gorgeous, wonderful, beautiful people watching the.
Thanks
Watching
very much,
tonight.
everyone, for coming along. It is very much appreciated.
And if you like what Wayne's doing, folks, remember, hit that thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button and giving that notification bell a bit of a ring. The link at the top of the chat is to Wayne's merch store, where you can obtain some truly unique merch and anything
not
and
you.
everything. Yeah, they
You
are.
can get
They're
t-shirts.
You get t-shirts, but it's what's on the t-shirts. Truly unique t-shirts.
T-shirts, hoodies,
Joking,
face masks, and mugs.
So no panties. You said you were
no
going to put panties on it.
No panties.
Oh.
Oh,
Did you check? Did Jamie put panties on it?
No, I
better
checked.
check.
I did check.
so Graham Haynes in.
The t-shirts just come with my logo on. And for those of you that haven't seen it, basically my logo is a water drop bowl, like that one, with Win the Woodturners. Oh, in fact, you can see it at the top of the screen, top right-hand corner of the screen.
Oh, I
Turn
can
the
order
speed
one
up.
today.
What? How
I
much?
can order one. It's payday.
Excuse me.
I've ordered the mint one for me. I think Jake's ordered the mint one.
Mint.
Yeah,
Because
I'm
we're
gonna
mint.
That's right.
Oh,
Yeah,
my.
I couldn't order it fast enough.
have a hoodie.
I should have put the link in for you. Saturday morning cartoons merch, shouldn't I?
Yeah, yes.
Jake, have you got a spanner or a
No.
wrench?
10 mil, mate, would be optimal.
Right, say something in the chat, Jake. See,
Just
oh,
said
there
mint.
he is. Out there he is. Oh, it's gone past that fast.
I got you. I got you again.
I can't have a hoodie. They don't come in my size.
Right, what you do there, Scott, is go. That's Terry. Terry's already got one. Where the hell are you? There's Jake.
I will sort it out later after the live. Stephen
Go
Wood
on.
dude's in.
You're now a moderator, Jake. So if you get
Awesome.
your link to your Teespring for the Saturday morning cartoons, you can stick the link in.
I'll get there right now.
Right, so I'm going to try some Hampshire Sheen gold embellishing wax on here just to see if it works or not. If it doesn't work, we haven't really lost anything. It'll still be a nice looking wee bowl.
And Woolly Pies him.
Good evening.
As is Danish Woodturner Jens.
No, that is a new name. I don't recognise that name. So on Friday, I'm not sure what I'm turning on Friday lunchtime yet. I suppose that all depends on the weather, on whether I do any turning on Friday.
Of course.
So I'm not sure what I'm doing on Friday lunchtime, but Saturday night for the Saturday night screw ups, I'm going to be doing a box in a box in a box.
Ooh.
Right, let's see how this goes.
Stuart's
what I
in
should have done.
and John at Jiggsy's shed.
Should have put some in the texturing because that will stand out.
Phil Miller's in. G'day, Wayne and Earworms.
Hello, how are you
Hello
keeping?
there. Hello.
I still need to decide for tomorrow night.
No, it hasn't really done very much, but not to worry. And I just found, when I was hunting through my embellishing waxes, I just found a little tub of Hampshire Sheen High Gloss, which has gone all dry. I'll have to get that sorted. I'll just use my Hampshire Sheen microcrystalline wax just to give it a finish. God, it's wild out there.
So Mike Hughes asking a question. He says,
Yeah.
with all due respect to those who have or may join the chat, has anyone used the Yandle's own brand abrasive paste and high gloss wax?
I haven't. No, I
No.
haven't. The thing is, seeing as how I use Yorkshire Grit, on a personal note, I really don't see any point in me trying anything else.
Shug's out there.
Shug came in earlier on.
Did he? It's the first time I've seen
I'm sure he did.
He's put the link into Jake's merch store.
Oh, grand. There we go. That's got a nice shine on it. That will actually buff up very well. With microcrystalline wax, you can leave it about 10 or 15 minutes. Just give it a light buff to start off with. Leave it for 10 or 15 minutes. And once the solvents have dissipated, it'll buff up even better.
Stephen's saying you can't beat Yorkshire Grit. Totally agree.
Doesn't taste so good in bread, though. Not as good as peanut butter.
I don't know, the colour of the stuff that come out of them Kievs the missus cooked for dinner last night looked like Yorkshire Grit.
Maybe she loves you a lot just because you're a wood ton and put Yorkie Grit in it for you.
Yorkie Grit Kievs. Meant to be ham and cheese, but they were wrong.
Wood did
See, that's not Kiev's. I told you last night they're cordon bleu. Ham and cheese are cordon bleu. But the ones you got,
or a description?
No, the ones that Scott got sound like they should have been cordoned off.
Yeah.
So, hey,
That's why mums go to Iceland. Boom, boom.
Yeah, it's like Jane. Jane made a cottage pie the other week. The council came around and said, that's coming down.
I put my link tree in there. It's one of the first things on there. That other link is like 500 characters long. Couldn't get it in there.
you could just say you can't get your link in.
Well, sometimes it's difficult, but it will get in there.
This is competition for you, Wayne.
Jake's put his link tree in there, and what that does, if you go to his link tree, that'll give you links to all of the different things that Jake does.
And I really just tried to put the t-shirts on there, but it was like 300 characters.
You going thin on that one, Wayne, or are you going to leave it quite chunky?
No, I'll leave it fairly chunky, I think.
Looks like a nice fruit bowl that's sitting in the middle of your dining table, doesn't it? Phil Miller's asking, Wayne, did the Axminster still do chucks for the VB?
Tell you the truth, Phil, I'm not too sure.
Wendy Twinfish.
Our very own Barbara
the
Windsor.
Beard 16.
I'm not too
High-speed
sure.
beard.
You'd have to go and have a look at the catalogue and see which fittings they do. I would think the SK114, because they do different thread sizes. I'm just not sure if they do a VB fitting. But you can actually get a VB socket, if you like, with an M33 thread on it. I know that because I've got one. I'm sure I got mine from Glyn.
That one be fitting.
Stephen would do saying Axminster chucks SK114 1 and 1/12. Is that 112?
No, the VB fitting is a totally different fitting to anything else you've ever seen.
Okay.
It's basically three bolts that go into three sort of keyhole fittings, twist round and tightens up.
So
the VB doesn't have a thread.
It'd be fitting pretty good.
It's a total solid locking system that the VB's got. I think that rim's just a wee. Oh, I don't know. If I leave it that thick, I could put some texture on and use the gold embellishing wax. If I leave it that thick. Right, here we go. Get this straightened off.
Shug saying it sounds like an engineering centre locking system. John Scarborough's asking, looks very dusty. Wayne, do you need a mask when turning it?
You probably should be wearing a mask when turning it, but obviously if I was wearing a mask, I wouldn't be able to explain things. Just hold on a second. I'll see if I can find that attachment for me VB and show you what it looks like. So the one I'm going to show you is the one that's got the M33 thread on it. But that is the fastening system for the VB. So these three bolts go into a plate on the VB, the slot into the plate, twist into position, and then the three bolts are tightened down to lock it into place. And then seeing as how this is an adapter, I can put any of my chucks that I've got that M33 thread, that M33 thread, I can put any of my chucks onto here.
to 85 wonderful people watching, mate.
Cheers.
Go on, folks, hit that thumbs up. Remember, when you're hitting thumbs up here, you're also doing it for everybody else who has the same sort of tags in their system, showing the YouTube algorithm you like this kind of content. Not only are you helping Wayne, you're helping everyone else.
Woodwork Learner saying, evening all, I'm fashionably late again. Is this Wayne's 6th bowl this evening?
I think it's the 12th. I'm not sure. Where are we? Bottom of the hour? Yeah, it's definitely a 12th bowl.
TJ Turning wants to know, should he feel guilty because he sat there eating a fruit and nut Toblerone and Shug's still in the chat?
It's only Shug that's going to get upset, Terry.
Nah.
How can you have fruit and nut and a Toblerone? It's not right.
Stuart Ingrulia's asking, will
Yeah.
the timber change colour over time?
Yes, it will. It will darken a hell of a lot and go very, very bland.
Mr. Shug has responded to Terry by saying it's okay. I've just had a bowl of Angel Delight.
I'm guessing that's cereal.
It's more of a sort of Jello type stuff,
Ah.
but not Jello, but same kind of consistency.
It's like a blancmange type thing.
I'm not sure Americans know what blancmange is.
Yeah, that
Okay,
it's
it's a milk. It's a milk. Okay, it's a milk jelly rather than a water jelly.
Jelly in this case not being the stuff you put, being more like Jello.
So a Jello cup.
Yeah, that kind of idea.
Okay.
You won't go far wrong with that. But unlike Jello, Angel Delight is entirely made from powder and E-numbers. Shug will be up all night now.
Nice.
Still got a bit more to play with there.
Wendy informs us that Shug hasn't made an enemy of her at all, with various levels of disgruntlement.
All right, Hugh, I'll take your word for it. I like Jello.
The Wood Dude tells us he uses Angel Delight as axle grease. Woodwork Learner says he hasn't had Angel Delight since he was a kid, and that's a long, long time ago. Jen says it doesn't sound very angelic at all. It's not, Jen. You're
It's
well
not.
correct.
Yeah, it is not. It's anything but.
It's an intriguing toxic concoction, which tastes very
anyway,
sweet.
I want to know, seeing as how Shug is on a day off tomorrow, how come he's not on the room? Right, something happening there. That's pulling absolutely nothing. Have I got a blockage somewhere?
Maybe it has its respirator on.
Yeah, got a blockage. There's no worse than having a blockage in your tubes.
Yeah, don't do that.
That's
Woodwork
better.
Leonard says, use the Delight mix when fishing for carp. They just jumped out of the water rather than eat it. I had visions of you trying to set the entire river with Angel Delight there for a second, but anyway.
That's right. I've got Jaffa Cake still.
Angel Light cleans all
I
your
have
tubes.
10. I have 10 spicy poppadoms and a Coca-Cola. So, I bought some wood today, Wayne. I bought 24 3-meter sleepers, 3 dozen 3-meter half rounds, and 2 dozen 3-inch posts.
I bet that
That's
weren't
not-
cheap.
That sounds like a
That-
lot.
That's a lot. That's a small railway right there. It was a very respectable £1,100.
Not as much as what I thought it was going to be.
Negotiating skills.
No, I think it was just a slow day. Walk down, walk down.
Right, just give that a brush off. I forgot to put the texture on the rim. Not
That's
to
what
worry.
she said.
Yep.
I'm gonna be quiet on that one.
Good man. There are 86 beautiful
Excellent.
beautiful people watching this beautiful podcast demonstration. Unfortunately, only 53 of them really like what you're doing, Wayne. So could we ask the remaining folks, if you really like what Wayne's doing, go on, hit that thumbs up. And if you really want to help Wayne out, at the top of the chat, you'll find a link to his merch store where you can find such awesome things that include t-shirts, masks, and various other things, but apparently no panties. So if you're requiring panties, you'll have to go somewhere else. But you could buy a t-shirt just so you cover yourself up in the meantime.
You have to wear a shirt sometime.
God damn it, Bobby.
Go buy a Drilly t-shirt. They're mint.
Oh yeah, there's drilly t-shirts as well.
Yeah, a new look
Okay.
drilly.
Apart
Drilly.
from you, apart from mint and your jerkin, man, there's also drilly t-shirts.
Looks like Drilly's gone on holiday on this one.
If it wasn't for your drilly, where would you be?
Oh. It's the only thing about putting texture on something, starts ripping apart all the
Hard work.
tissue.
Tissue. A tissue.
And we'll go back to the Yorkshire grit again. It's very warm in here tonight. The Yorkshire grit's melting.
Are you sure you've not picked up a tub of Angel Delight by accident?
No, definitely sure.
But the same. It doesn't have the same consistency.
Just a gritty Jello cup.
I don't mean Yorkshire Grit is like Angel Delight. I mean, like, the way I tend to make Angel Delight tends to wind up having a similar consistency to Yorkie Grit, i.e. badly in my case. I haven't mixed the powder right, so it's got the same sort of detailed texture that it comes out with the other one. What a nightmare, you know? Actually, an easy one to confuse would be microfiber.
So are they softwood sleeper, Dale, or are they
Oak, mate.
hardwood? Oak. They're
They're
going
going
to
to be heavy. They're going to be heavy. 24 of the so-and-sos. That's for the car park. That goes around the edges of the car park. Most people don't know what I'm talking about, so I'm going to shut up.
Now, I don't usually do this, but seeing as how the rim has been textured, if I do use tissue on there, it's just going to rip all of the tissue. So I am, just for this once, using a cloth. I do not recommend anybody at home trying this.
So would the chestnut safety cloth rip as well, Wayne?
I'm not too sure. It's been years since I tried one of them. I think that's the whole purpose of it.
Yeah, so if it does catch, it does rip.
Yeah.
I just didn't know whether, like, as you said, tissue sticking in the texture, whether...
Try and get this in, obviously, all of the texture. It doesn't really matter if any of it gets on the inside of the bowl, because as we've seen with the outside of the bowl, it's not making a lot of difference.
Where's Auntie Val?
Get that rubbed in.
Her friends are outside my house.
And then we'll go back to using the tissue on the inside just to get rid of that little bit of residue of the gold embellishing wax. And then we'll put some microcrystalline on there.
You can see there where that stuff's done to your lathe. You know, we'll get an idea of just how successful you clean up. My how orange your lathe is on Friday.
I forgot about that.
What's that sticker behind?
Look at it. I mean, it's really dusty. It's completely covered the Yorkshire grit one. Well, Yorkshire get one, but you know. Yeah.
Right, I'll put some. Where'd I put my cloth?
Copper Woodton says, I think a Mars bar might be a Milky Way here in the US. You're absolutely right, sir. And a Milky Way, in the UK is more like a Three Musketeers.
I'm so confused all the time.
All you need to know is that when you go to Walmart and you buy that box of chocolate, most of it's all right.
Pretty good.
Most of it's all right.
Stephen says he's just finished a share bag of Maltesers.
Good man. Who did you share them with?
Justin and Ron.
Well, you shared them with Justin?
Yeah, just in a minute and later on.
Oh. I think Galaxy chocolate's probably the best in the world for milk chocolate.
Rex B's just joined. He says, Hi
Rex.
I'm in hospital having dizzy spells. The doctor says it's from watching too much wood turning.
Oh, God.
I hope you're all right, Rex.
Rex, keep your head still when you're watching this. Don't try to spin round and follow it.
Don't keep up with it.
Right, let's get stuff sorted here. Change the camera.
Yorkie bars are all right as long as it's the biscuit and raisin one.
No.
There you go.
Oh,
Nice.
it's gorgeous. Man.
That is beautiful.
Really nice.
Nice.
So that's it's got the gold embellishing wax on the textured part of the rim. The bottom had the gold embellishing wax all over, but it didn't really take. I probably didn't open the grain up enough, but it has come up in the texture, just in the mortise there.
Looks awesome, sir.
There you go.
Looks
Brian's talking about deep fried Mars bars.
Yep. And David at Webfoot Resin and Wood Creations has come in.
Hey David, sorry I finished.
great. Done now.
Oh god, B's going to have a wash.
I thought you were
It's
going
like
all
you've
Billy
been to one
Connolly
of-
on us.
It's like
No, I'll
you've
start
been to one
getting
of those
full red
spray
beard.
tan booths, man. You know, they only wisdom freeze.
Do you want to lift your mic up a little bit, Wayne?
Usually it's too high.
Yeah.
Usually. Right, I'll bring the guys in just to finish off with. And here we are. It's
Watching
just
his
about
big telly
guaranteed Jamie's
Jamie
asleep.
inside. Jamie will be asleep.
Rockabye, Jamie.
Again, his torch out shortly. He'll begin his torch out shortly and making a bid for it.
Right, one final look. There we are, guys.
Super nice.
Thank you very much, everybody, for coming along. Like I say, Friday, I'm not too sure what I'm doing, but Saturday night, on Saturday Night Screw Ups, we will be attempting to do a box in a box in a box. In fact, I might even do a miniature goblet to go in the smallest box. Oh, so there we go. Darren, mint. It's
Where's
going
Jake?
round the world. It's going round the world.
Yep. Making its way.
Right, guys, I'm off. I'm going to press the button. And I will see you all on Friday. Bye for now.
Doesn't Jake's t-shirt
See you later.
look like it has the word fart on it?
It does.
It does.